owning up to it did not feel good. It actually felt even worse.
But how do you own up to something like that? Once you tell a lie, how do you own up to it? Do you go back and say, I lied? Or do you just hopefully hope it goes the way you said it was going to go?
Well, my hope was that it was going to go the way I said it was going to go. And I was just putting out a good press release before the thing came. But the truth was, I did lie. The only way to own up to that is to be honest and just say, you know, that didn't happen. I would say, though, I didn't say those words exactly. So I didn't say I lied. But I think I fixed it.
So she basically just said she didn't tell them that she lied. She told them something, but she didn't say that she lied. There are 6 things that the Lord hates, 7 that are detestable to him. Haughty eyes, a lying tongue, hands that shed innocent blood, a heart that devises wicked schemes, feet that are quick to rush into evil, a false witness who pours out lies, and a person who stirs up conflict in the community. Hopefully today, by the end of this video, whatever we say during this process will help you guys in some way, some form or fashion. So today I'm joined with my wife, Shari.
Hi, everyone.
This is Shari, guys. This is the, you know what I'm saying, y'all can go back to the other videos. I broke down another story, but you don't know. But all right, so today we're here because Shari this week had an encounter where she felt like she said a lie and it made her feel not the best after she said it. So I'm going to give Shari the floor and maybe she can explain to y'all what the lie was and what led her to say it in the first place. So Shari, what did you lie about this week?
Well, first, thanks for inviting me and having this wonderful conversation. I don't know if I'm speaking loud enough.
You should be good.
Okay. But then you also didn't mention what scripture you read.
Oh.
Yeah.
That was Proverbs 6:16 through 19.
And you've been reading Proverbs for a while now.
I have been reading Proverbs probably for like, I don't know, a month or 2.
It's been giving you a lot of wisdom. I've been very appreciative of the Lord for that. So that's good. So yes, lying. When I was little, I used to lie a lot because I always wanted to fit in. And I remember once my aunt said something to me. She's like, and I'm Jamaican, so I'm going to say it in Jamaican. I say, you're lying dry eye, or something like that.
You lying in dry eye?
Yeah, it's like it means like I tell a lie so well, like my eyes were dry. I wasn't even like flinching. I'm looking her straight in the eye. I've always felt bad about that. So whenever I lie, I remember that. Because I don't want to be deceptive. But we lie all the time, don't we? Okay, so yes. So this week, I was in a situation where I lied. And, you know, we tell lies all the time, right? We tell white lies. Some people tell their kids that Santa Claus is real. That's a lie. Some people tell their family member that they love that everything is fine when it's not. That's a lie. But sometimes we say a lie and it feels really strong because it goes against everything we're trying to do. And this one was one of those ones where I said something to a coworker of mine in an effort to kind of help the situation go better in my mind. And as soon as I thought it and said it, it kept me up all night. Like I felt the weight of it. And I couldn't sleep. I was watching TV all night, wasn't I? Tried to drown it out. But yeah, that was an interesting experience. I'm not really sure where to go with this. I would like to pick apart some of that.
We're just here to break down why you lied in the first place. Like, and what was the lie? Because I'm pretty sure they want to know what the lie was. What did you lie about?
How real can I be?
I mean, you don't got to go into detail. You can give you don't got to get no names or nothing, but you could be like, well, I lied about blah, 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 blah.
So I lied about the amount of support I may have had for something to my team in a way to kind of help them. In my mind, I was thinking, again, it's not to justify the lie, but in my mind, I was thinking, well, I can't tell them the truth right now because it's going to crush their spirits. So I'm going to tell this lie or twist the truth a little bit. Right? I think that's how I convinced myself to say it. That I'm just straightening up the truth, And I was like, yeah, we're good to go. We're going to be fine. Everything's going to be good. And
so you what is like?
I would say like I exaggerated the reality.
But
in
did
a
you
way
say
that
like
was
everything is fine, or did you say like we've got blah blah blah?
Yeah,
like you gave like
I gave a specific answer, and that was out there. That was out there even for me, because when you give a specific answer, it's not just the exaggeration. It's also like you really just lied to somebody. And I think why it hurt me the most wasn't the intention behind it, because I think, sometimes we have good intentions. We want to help people out, or if anything, make sure that we all end the night well and no one was stressed out. But the ends doesn't justify the means was what I felt immediately after doing it. And I had to kind of confess. So, yeah, that was hard too, because confessing to something you've done, even though the Bible, encourages us to confess our sins to each other and of course to God, owning up to it did not feel good. It actually felt even worse.
But how do you own up to something like that? Once you tell a lie, how do you own up to it? Do you go back and say, I lied? Or do you just hopefully hope it goes the way you said it was going to go?
Well, my hope was that it was going to go the way I said it was going to go. And I was just putting out a good press release before the thing came. But the truth was, I did lie. And the only way to own up to that is to be honest and just say, that didn't happen. I would say, though, I didn't say those words exactly. So I didn't say I lied. But I think I fixed it.
So she basically just said she didn't tell them that she lied. She told them something, but she didn't say that she lied. But I don't know. I think that's just gonna force you down a path to tell another lie. Like once you lie, the only way to really fix it is to tell the truth. Yeah,
and telling the truth was very hard because I manipulated the truth. And then when you have to tell it, then people are like, wait a minute, but yesterday you said this. So what happened? And then, of course, now you have to reassure your team that, hey, you weren't mistaken. I did say it, but things have changed.
I mean, I think we all are guilty of some type of sin. But in this scripture, for some reason, these sins really stand out the most. And lying is definitely one of the sins that are detestable to God. So, I mean, I don't know, man. How do you get around it? I guess you just don't lie. That's the only way to really not do it. But sometimes you accidentally lie. I accidentally lied one time, like recently. Somebody at my job said, they asked me if I could do something. And I answered it and said, yeah, I could do it. But they asked an uncomfortable type of a question that I just gave an immediate response for. But I know that I would never do this.
You talking about the person with the...
This is a lady. She asked for a picture of my kids. I'm like, yeah, sure. But in my brain, I'm like, I'm not gonna show you a picture of my kids. But I don't know. I guess that's a lie.
It is a lie.
So I haven't seen her since. But I look at it like this: my brain won't be like. It won't be complete. Like, my heart won't be complete until I tell her I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
So.
And those things, too, it comes to, like, what I'm hearing from what you're saying is this. It's the people pleasing, the need to say yes to people. And I think I found myself in that trap yesterday. Wanting to please and wanting to, not be, I wouldn't say be liked because no one's going to like me for that. But I didn't want to be the bearer of bad news, right? So I didn't want to be the person to say something went wrong. So I said, you know what? We've got it. We're going to make it happen. And I did set it up saying, if it doesn't work out, I'll let you know. But it's almost like I knew it wasn't going to work out. So I could have, spare them a day of thinking it might. I don't know if that makes sense, but I think that people pleasing, sometimes we get there. What I also, I'm curious about, and I don't know if your viewers like leave comments or anything.
Maybe. Drop a comment, guys.
Right. But I'm curious to know, like, are there things in our society that kind of set us up to do that kind of stuff?
I don't think so.
Really?
Set us up?
Yes.
No. Because you gotta make the decision to do it.
Like, you're gonna make the decision to do it, but I feel like there are things in our society that set us up to be dishonest, to not be our authentic self. There are, whether it's PC culture, whether it's, be professional. We call it professionalism, especially in the work that I do. We call it professionalism. Omission or spitting the truth. For example, like, you're working with data and grants, or you're working with large scale things, and you have to say, okay, let me kind of pull this together so I can put my best foot forward. But that there is something in the back there that could pull it all apart if you were completely honest about where it is. For example, like, say you're going to a job interview. Mm-hmm. And I listen to all these people on LinkedIn and they're telling you how to do a job interview. And not one of them say, at least that I remember, be honest. Nobody is telling you just go in there and say what's on your mind, or it's all put on a show, put on a dog and pony show, make sure they know repeat these things.
Well, everything don't gotta be said. Everything shouldn't be said, but you shouldn't lie. It's a difference between it's something walk in a room and there's obvious that it's that. You don't have to be the person that says, hey, you got a hole in your shirt. Like, you don't gotta be that blatantly honest.
That's different. I don't think that's good. I am always not a fan of those people who are like,
I'm talking
tell it like it is. I'm not a fan of those people.
I mean, like, stuff that we could like you knew in that moment.
Yeah.
Like, you maybe were doing something wrong.
I felt it in my bones. And it's kind of like when you look at your kid and they're like, is it bad, mommy? And you're like, no, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. And you're like, oh my gosh, this is really bad. We do this stuff all the time. And I'm just kind of curious. I don't know. Maybe I'm making it up. Maybe it's not true for everybody. Nothing really is. But I do feel like omission is lying. If I don't tell you, if I'm telling you the road up ahead is good, but I am supposed to tell you that the road up ahead is good if you can fight off the alligators and cross the river, if I leave that out, like if I don't say the road up ahead is good, but make sure you get the boat, and a stuff.
I don't count that as a lie.
I think it's a lie.
I don't think that's a lie.
I think it's a lie.
That's not. I don't look at it as a lie. I look at it as a lie is hey, how many marbles do you got? And you got 10, and you say, I got 28.
Oh yeah, that's definitely a lie.
This is a lie. Like you can't. Sometimes you can't tell people all the details. Like you just maybe forget something, or it's not as important as you as it is to them. And I'm just saying, like I think at the end of the day, it's all a trick by the devil.
It is.
It's all to make you not tell the truth, because obviously this is something that God really weighs strong. So I think it's our duty as Christians to acknowledge when we do lie, like you do, because you're gonna get a feeling. There's gonna be a moment. There's gonna be something that you feel that no matter what, until you can move past this, you're always gonna feel that until you either make it right or somehow time just progresses and it just goes on. So there's no way around it, guys. If you do lie, make sure you ask for forgiveness. Yeah, thank you so much, Shari, for sharing your lie.
I know.
Don't lie like her.
But again, I mean, one of the things that we also have to remember, and this is just a thought I have, is that we are imperfect. We're imperfect people. We are people. By nature, that means we are sinful. And so when you do find those moments, rather than going down the rabbit hole, because I think some of us, just like I was saying, it felt very, very hard to come clean, or to even tell anybody about it, right? It feels like a lot, so you're like, oh, I'm definitely not gonna tell anybody, so I'm just gonna hide out till they forget. But if you do that, what you're doing is you're setting yourself up, one, for yourself not to believe or trust yourself. And that's one thing you don't want to fall into, to start doubting your ability to be real, right? And then you also don't want to fall into the category where people notice BS. People can suss it out. And then, of course, you're going against the spirit, because the spirit is telling you physically, like it told me. I mean, I was wrestling. I was up all night. And I know in the past that wouldn't have bothered me. I would have probably told 10 more lies. But that's not where I'm at right now. And so you have to be obedient, and you have to make it right. So if you're out there and you found that you told something, you said something, it may not be as simple as what I said. Maybe it's really big, and you don't know how to tell somebody. Find somebody you can tell. Confess that to God. Ask him for forgiveness, because it's not worth it. I mean, that stuff eats at you.
It does.
So yeah, thank you.
Thank you, guys. Y'all drop a comment. What do you guys think about the whole lying conversation? Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully we can see you back here soon, Charles.
It was nice talking like this. We talk like this all the time.
We do.
So it's interesting that it felt kind of normal. Don't know what I look like on the other side, so keep it nice.
Just like that, guys. Thank y'all for watching. Like and subscribe.